Although there are many stories about how dogs become heroes and save people, but it's time for cats to shine. Not all animals are the same, regardless of the species. Therefore, when their owner is in danger, they do everything possible to save and comfort them. Take, for example, a cute cat who saved her family's child from a babysitter. This young woman had no idea that this could happen to her child. While a dog is a faithful companion of a human, we all know that cats are spoiled friends who show their love only when they are in the mood. The waywardness of cats, that's what makes us fall in love with them. However, this cat is unique. It doesn't matter if you love cats or dogs, both species have their own ways of showing us their love. And when it comes to protection, cats aren't too good at it. But this adorable cat helped her little human friend to reveal about the abuse of the babysitter. Ever since the family found out that the babysitter was a terrible person, they have proclaimed the precious ball of wool to the heroes. Let's see how they understood what the babysitter did and how the cat helped them find out the truth. Ever since Mary and Daniel found out they were having a baby, they have been very excited about the arrival of a new family member. Even the family cat Zara wanted to meet baby Ollie. And when she saw him, she meowed until the couple let her snuggle up to him. For Zara, meeting Ollie was love at first sight. He was also the perfect little man to take a nap with her. This has been going on for more than a year and a half, ever since Ollie was born. Wherever you saw Ollie, you knew that Zara was somewhere nearby. Mary was ready to return to work after 9 months at home with Ollie. She needed a babysitter to help take care of the baby while she was at work. However, she didn't trust anyone, so she turned to a family friend. Alicia, at the age of 21, was going to help Mary, at least that's what she thought. The young woman was a family friend, and knowing that she didn't have a job yet, she would have more than needed the money. Besides, they knew each other, and Mary knew that Ollie would be in good hands. However, shortly after Mary started going to work, Ollie's behavior changed. As the weeks passed, the parents had no idea what was going on. Mary and Alicia actually helped each other. Mary would be able to return to work, and Alicia would receive extra money. Mary thought it was a good decision. But this wasn't the first time Alicia had visited Mary and Dennis, even when Zara the cat had just arrived in their family. The cat always liked to snuggle in a stranger's lap, and Alicia was no exception. However, something changed after Alicia became Ollie's nanny. Was the cat jealous of Alicia? Nanny Alicia explained that Zara may have been aggressive because her clothes had the smell of the dog that lives with her. But as the days passed, Mary and Daniel realized that even the child was acting strangely. Ollie was always a calm child, nothing could scare him. But one day Mary screamed to call Daniel, who was in the living room. And Ollie suddenly shuddered. When Mom reached out to comfort him, her baby shuddered again. It seemed that Ollie was intimidated by something. Mary thought she was being paranoid. What if Alicia beats her child? Maybe Mary is imagining it. The next day, when she returned home, her child had a swollen lip. Too much has happened since Alicia became Ollie's nanny. Alicia explained that the baby's swollen lip was caused by that he had hit a toy, but Mary and Dennis decided to check on the babysitter to make sure everything was okay. But things didn't go the way they planned. The parents didn't have time to buy a pair of nanny cameras and install them quickly, so they just bought a small recording device. But where should I put it? Ollie's clothes couldn't hide it, especially if Alicia changed them. Then they looked at Zara. Zara would have been the perfect spy, she was always there for Ollie, so the cat helped them solve Alicia's mystery. On the recording, Mary and Daniel heard Zara meowing at Ollie, and the child trying to meow back at the cat. It was very funny. Then they heard Alicia after meowing. Mary and Daniel, who were in the car a few minutes away from home, suddenly heard Alicia's voice. Suddenly Ollie starts crying. And how does Alicia react? Instead of using a soothing voice or showing them a toy, they heard Alicia yelling at the child. "Shut up," she screamed as baby Ollie continued to cry. While Alicia was yelling at the child, Zara hissed at her, to which Alicia shouted at the cat, "Get out." The parents immediately rushed home to catch Alicia, but when they got home, everything was fine. They only had an audio recording, which was insufficient for a police report. Alicia pretended that everything was fine, and her parents did the same. Mary and Daniel said they forgot something for work and left again. However, they did not return to work that day. Instead of going to work, the parents took the day off to buy a pair of nanny cameras and install them in the living room and in the children's room. The next morning, everything was ready. All they needed was proof. Unfortunately, there were more than enough of them for Alici. Before recording Alicia, Mary and Daniels filed a police report after they found blood on their child's pajamas from the time he hit his lip. Without recording the abuse video, Alicia would not have been charged, but she did not know that the couple was slowly discovering her dark side. Installing cameras, the parents were preparing to leave the house and counted on Nazara to do her job. It was much worse than Mary had imagined. Less than 15 minutes later, Alicia revealed her true identity, this time in front of a hidden camera. As soon as she watched the live footage, her parents called the police and drove home as quickly as possible. That day, Alicia completely lost her mind. That's what the mother recalls in a media interview. "When I watched the video, she was yelling at him, telling him to shut up. She sat on top of him, pinning him to the floor," the mother said with tears in her eyes. Mary could never have imagined that her good friend could be so cruel. Looking at the recording, Mary said she felt anger, disgust and rage at the same time. To be honest, it was now obvious why her child was constantly flinching. "It was because of the abuse from someone she trusted so much that I immediately turned the car around and drove home," Mary said. She couldn't believe that this was Alicia's real face. When she entered the house upon arrival, Alicia asked what was going on with the baby. "I do not know, you tell me what is going on here," Mary replied. As soon as they encountered the abusive babysitter, the police arrived at the scene and arrested Alicia. She was accused of dangerous behavior towards a child, and she had to stand trial. What were the consequences for her actions? Alice had to undergo counseling and anger management classes, or she could go to jail. She was no longer allowed to be a babysitter. Meanwhile, Mary and Daniel were still under the impression of what they had learned. The parents decided not to rely on strangers anymore when it came to caring for their boy. It seemed that friends were not entirely trustworthy. Sometimes the best babysitter for Ollie was Zara the cat. The good thing about this terrible story is that Alicia will never be a babysitter again and that she is undergoing treatment. Meanwhile, Ollie has forgotten those terrible days, and Zara is always by his side, being the best babysitter of all. Without Zara's strange behavior and help as a spy cat, perhaps Mary and Daniel would not have realized that Ollie was being mistreated. Or maybe they would have understood, but it would have been too late. So we can all agree that Zara is the heroine of the cat. Maybe Zara thinks that Ollie is her child, and not just her best friend. Whatever her feelings for the little man, this cat helped Mary Daniel solve the mystery of the babysitter. Now with a lot of love and care from mom and dad, little Ollie has become a big boy. He is ready for any adventures that may arise, and Zara will be there to help him along the way. If you liked this story, please like it, it will help the channel a lot, and also subscribe to the channel by setting all notifications so as not to miss new interesting stories.